Hello, hello, hello. How's it going out there? My voice is almost entirely back, which is exciting. Only took 2 weeks. Um, so I'm going to be able to just hang out and chat for a bit tonight, but only for about an hour. I'm going to my friend's house tonight, but I just wanted to check in and hang out a little bit. So yeah, not gonna be playing a game. Just gonna be chilling, talking about what's going on with me. I'd love to hear what's going on with you. Do you have any updates with any of the games that you're working on? Did you go to PAX? Have you played any cool games lately? Let me know what is going on with you. I'm very excited that my voice is coming back. That was very, very frustrating, especially because I had 2 pitch meetings this week and I had a very important meeting last week. I could barely speak. But we made it through it. But then today, so my voice is almost completely back, which is great. So, I felt like I was winning. I was getting back on the scoreboard on the winning side. And then I was just walking down the stairs and I just wasn't paying attention. And I just misstepped the last step somehow and completely twisted my ankle. Like so bad. Like so bad. Oh my God, it's so annoying. Like I've twisted my ankles so badly in the past, like when I played a lot of basketball and just twisted it, like 3rd-degree sprain kind of stuff. And so now it doesn't take much to twist my ankles again. So, it hurts so bad. And so right now I have it elevated with ice so I can barely walk. So we have transitioned from barely being able to talk to barely being able to walk. So that's how my day is going. How is your day going? Please give me some more positive, good news while I drink from this insanely, ridiculously massive water bottle. Oh, hey, Poppy, how you doing? Yeah. Poppy's saying, is the universe telling me that I need to rest? I thought about that. I was like, yeah. Sometimes the universe just needs to force you to chill and just take it easy for a bit. I mean, I have been taking it easy to rest my voice, but I guess I have to take it easy for 2 to 6 weeks now. Oh my gosh, so annoying. Anyway, that's what's going on with me. But yeah, so I had 2 pitch meetings this week. So that was very exciting, a bit nerve-wracking, but I updated my prototype in Tabletopia. That was a big project I was working on this week. It took forever. It was just updating existing components. So it wasn't making it from scratch, but it still just took forever because I'm still using Google Draw to make my prototypes. My next game, I am committing to this right now. My next game, I will be using Dexterous or some program, Nandeck, whatever. I cannot do this again. This was a terrible mistake. Making a game with a lot of cards and a lot of tokens that need to be updated, and the way I'm doing it is updating them manually in Google Draw every single time, and it takes forever. I need to promise myself I won't do that again. So 2025, I'm going to learn and use probably Dexterous. So if you haven't heard of Dexterous, it's a program that you can use to very quickly and easily update your prototypes. You can connect it to spreadsheets. So as soon as you update the information in the spreadsheet, it'll automatically update the component on their program, like on their website. So right now, I'm, of course, updating the information and then also manually updating every single thing myself. So it's not a good system. So yeah, that is absolutely what I need to not do again. So yeah. But I got it done. And so I ran through a playtest yesterday with a publisher and then today with a different publisher for the same game. So they were both like generally positive. They weren't straight up, no, like, thanks for showing this to us, but it's not a good fit. They both said that they want to see more, like they want to play it again in the future, like after Christmas. So that's a good sign. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, not getting my hopes up, but we will see what happens. One cool thing was that when I was playtesting it, at least today, we didn't get to playtest very long yesterday, but today we got to run through quite a few turns, and I just found myself having fun and just thinking about my strategy more so than worrying about the pitching aspect of it. So I think that was a good sign that I'm just at this stage in the development, I'm just more enjoying playing the game rather than play testing it and just seeing all these things that are broken. So I think that's a good sign. So we will see what happens with those. Hey Zach, how you doing? Nice. So finished an IT project at work, now taking the next 2 weeks off to relax and work on my first board game. Yay, that's so exciting. That is so exciting. Congrats. That's always so cool. I had a one-on-one this week with some new designers as well, and it's just always so exciting to hear about people just getting into this and just learning about it and starting on their board game design journey. Like, it's just so cool. So I'm very excited for you. Do you already know sort of the main kind of theme and mechanics of your game? Do you already have some ideas, or do you plan on brainstorming ideas still for what the game might be? Hey TK, how you doing? Nice to see you. If anyone over on Facebook wants to say hello, that would be cool. If Facebook is working, who knows? I think it is. We are streaming. That's right. I think so. Let me just see. I think so. I don't know. I'm not gonna. Yeah. It looks like it's working. Cool. What else is going on? Oh yeah. So that project I've been working on, I haven't been able to tell you too much about it because it was a PR firm essentially who that reached out to me to make a board game for one of their clients as like a promo product. They reached out to me the end of September. So I basically came up with 10 different ideas for it. They picked 4 that they liked. I made 4 digital prototypes of those. We played all of them. They picked the one they liked the best. I made a physical prototype and tested it on my own and then sent them the rules and how I thought the game should be played. They gave me some feedback. I updated it, went back and forth a few times, and now it is pretty much done. They said that they sent off the final copy to the client last night. So that was very exciting. That moved very, very quickly. From ideation to completion, that was very, very fast. But it was cool. It was a very cool exercise to do that. And it seems like the client is happy with it. And once I asked them to send me a few copies of it, so they will be doing that. I would assume get them in February or so. And so I should maybe be able to talk about it more explicitly then, because that was a pretty cool project that I'd like to share with you and how that worked. But yeah, I was very happy to see that basically seems to be wrapped up last night. That was taking up a lot of my time, especially coming up with 10 ideas. That was a lot, but it was definitely a cool exercise for sure. Yeah, so me and some of my members played a couple cool games on Sunday. We played Harmonies, which I enjoyed. I mean, I'm not a huge abstract game player, so it was cool. But I don't know. I personally enjoy an immersive theme in a game, and it was animals, but like it could have been anything. But it was cool. It was cool. And we played something else. What did we play? Is Tony here? Or Joe? Or Mark? What was the other game we played? I know I added it to my BG stats today. Let me just see. But let me know if you have played any fun games. I ordered a game as a gift for Christmas, like over a month ago, but then Canada Post went on strike. So it is still not delivered. Oh, Far Away was the other game that we played. I did not really enjoy that one, but just not my style. But it's very, very interesting design. Very, very interesting for sure. Basically, you just look at the cards to the right of the card that you place, but you haven't placed them yet. Like once you place the card, at the end of the game, only the cards to the right of that card will affect that card. It's a little hard to wrap your head around when you first hear it, but yeah, it was a cool mechanic. Again, the theme could have been anything, but very interesting. I actually have an idea for a new game I really want to start, but I'm like the universe is telling me I need to chill. So I'm going to chill on that just for a little bit, but it's be a solo only game. With a very cool theme. I just don't really want to talk about it too much because I'm going to get my gears turning too much, but I am excited to start working on that. I just need to wrap up a few other things. Oh, one other thing is I remembered this party game I came up with last year that I submitted to Hasbro, and of course it was a no. And then I just kind of gave up on it. Like, I don't think I showed it to really any other publishers. But I remember that game, and I looked back at the rules, and I made a video, and I made all this stuff, and I was like, I think I might need to revive that one. Because, yeah, I like it. I like the idea of it. And so, yeah, I might revive that one. Already have the rules done, already have the video, so I might send that out to a few publishers and just see what they think. So that's kind of in the back of my mind as well. But yeah, mainly I think I just need to take it easy. Staying hydrated. Oh, but yeah, how are y'all doing out there? Let me know what's going on with you. Let me know some games that you've played. Are you looking forward to playing any certain games over the holidays? I brought Castles of Burgundy because you may have noticed I'm obsessed with that game right now. And so my sister, I knew she had a copy of it. And so she brought it she gave it to me to bring here for the holidays. So I do have it here. I'm very excited to play that IRL. I have played it one time in person, but it was the very first time that I played it and was learning it, and it took about like 4 hours because we were all very confused. Now that I know the game a lot better, I'm very excited to play it in person. I've only played it a bunch of times in Board Game Arena, and I'm really liking Board Game Arena, I have to tell you. I love how you can play a game at any time of the day with people around the world. Like, it's just so cool. So cool. You can also do that with Tabletopia. But it seems like there's just a lot of players available in Board Game Arena. And then especially with games, like Earth and things like that, where there's a lot of things to remember and rules to remember, Board Game Arena just makes it very easy because they remind you, like, oh, you can't do that, or don't forget to do this kind of thing. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Castles of Burgundy on BGA, which has been really fun. Oh, nice. Bobby's bringing Blob Party to our Christmas Eve family gathering. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. I hope you have a ton of fun with that. That was really, really cool to play Blob Party with some of my members in person at PAX. That was so fun. That was so fun. So Jonathan, Jordan, Ryan, and Tasha came out for that on the Saturday night at PAX, and that was like one of, if not the highlight of the whole weekend for me. It was super fun. So we played Blob Party, then we played Flip 7, which is a push your luck game that a lot of people are liking right now, and Point Salad, and another game called Not So Neighborly. So a bunch of shorter games. So that was really fun because I didn't really get a chance to play many games at all at PAX. I was demoing 8 hours a day every day. So hence the lost voice. Yeah, I think moving forward, I think I might need to cap my demoing time to 4 hours a day. This is it's just too much. Just talking nonstop in a very dry con hall for 8 hours a day doesn't agree with me apparently. So that might be the plan moving forward. But I hope you have a ton of fun, Poppy, with Blob Party. One of my sisters is actually making an escape room for us, like for the family to do over the holidays, which I'm really excited for. I think that'll be a ton of fun. I've thought about I made an escape room thing for my best friend for her bachelorette party, which was super fun. I think that's the only one that I've made, but yeah, I've definitely thought about what I would do if I made my own escape room. So maybe I'll make one next year or something like that, but I'm really excited for that. I think that'll be super, super fun. Yeah, just speaking about escape rooms, I was thinking about making a video about like my top things I hate about some escape rooms. That might be like a pretty negative tone, but there are just some things that really bother me. And then like 10 things I love about escape rooms, something like that. I think the biggest thing is it just seems like quite a few escape rooms have not been play tested at all. They're just like, this idea sounds cool and that'll look cool, so let's just do it. I don't know. Like some of the worst escape rooms I've done, I'm sure, were not thoroughly play tested, and that's probably my number one gripe of escape rooms. So Tiki says the wife picked up "Let's hit each other with fake swords" to give someone for Christmas. Not sure who yet. I have a feeling it's going to be a hilarious disaster. Is that Eric Lang? I think I saw that was an Eric Lang game, which is hilarious. So let's see. Let's hit each other with fake swords. Here, let me show you my screen. Okie dokie. Let's hit each other with fake swords. Yeah. That's so funny. I love it when designers who make like mainly like very serious and heavy games also makes fun light games like this too. I love that. I think that's amazing. So let's see if we can see some pictures of this. Okay, there's not a ton of. This photo doesn't even show the swords. Like show me that. That's the coolest part of the game. You're just showing me an empty table. So, okay. Oh, it's from Exploding Kittens. Oh, that reminds me, just FYI, Exploding Kittens is hiring for a game designer. I just saw that posted on the Tabletop Game Jobs Facebook group. If you're not part of that and you're looking to work in the tabletop games industry, you need to join that group. It's Tabletop Game Jobs Facebook group. So Exploding Kittens is hiring for a game designer right now. So FYI, if you want to actually make a salary from making games, that might be a cool thing to think about. Okay, so but this, and throw burrito. Okay, how it works. Try to collect 3 matching cards. If you want the same card as another player, you must sword fight for it. The cards tell you how to fight. I can't read that. Keep your knees together for the whole fight. If the shorter player survives for 20 seconds, they automatically win the fight. Toss your Why is this so small? Toss your sword in the air and catch it before you're allowed to fight. Okay. I love it. That's silly. But that does sound like a good time. Let me know if you played and how that goes. Hey, Stacy. No, my voice is not 100% back. But it's 80% back, which is exciting. And it doesn't hurt as much anymore. So that's cool. Yeah, this just reminds me. Well, I was gonna say it reminds me of Phil Walker Harding making Super Mega Lucky Box, but he has also made a whole bunch of fun party games. What this also was making me think of something else. Oh yeah, I saw that Phil Walker Harding just came out with a game of 25th Century games. I actually don't know. I think they just announced that it will be coming out. Oh, yeah. Phil Walker Harding. Hello. Not a board game, it's a person. There we go. Okay, I don't know if this will be listed here because I don't think it's out yet. I think it was in the 25th Century newsletter. But I was like, man, another game. Like, I just don't know how some people can be so prolific and like come out with so many games. I can't remember what it was called. Let me see if I can find it in my email. I think it's just amazing how, like, and also it makes me think about how, you know, have you heard of Explorers, the game Explorers? It's by Phil Walker Harding. It's published by Ravensburger, but I feel like no one talks about this game. It was a very cool game, very, very cool game. But it just makes you think, like, you know, Phil Walker Harding comes out with so many games. He doesn't put all of his focus on, like, if this was his only one game that he had come out with, and, you know, maybe not as many people were talking about it as he was hoping, it might be pretty devastating, you know, for most of us. Getting a game published is a huge feat. Just getting one out there is a huge feat. So we are hyper focused on it and want it to do as well as possible. And if it doesn't do amazing, you know, we might feel sad and disappointed about that. But if you are just moving on to the next game, you're focusing on the next one you have coming out, the next one you have coming out, like Phil Walker Harding, like Eric Lang, like all these designers, then I think it's good to not just focus on one. Like I tend to maybe do that a little bit too much, like just hyper focusing on my published games and, you know, agonizing about the BGG rating or like how popular it is or whatever. Just move on to the next game. But yeah, it's just wild, like how many games I haven't even heard of that Phil Walker Harding has come out with. Well, I guess I'm just trying to say it inspires me to just keep designing. Essentially, that's what I'm trying to say. Let me see if I can find the new game coming out with 25th Century. I can't remember where I saw it, but it looked very cool. Oh, Derek, that's the game I'm trying to think of. It's Phil Walker Harding and Eric Lang together with 25th Century Games. Do you remember? Yeah, let me see. Do you remember what it was called? Yeah, they've come out with a couple games together as co-designers. It's really interesting. Oh, thank you. You put it right there. Wrath of Fire Mountain. Wrath of Fire Mountain. Aha. Oh, it did come out already. Eric Lang and Phil Walker Harding. Oh, sorry, it's Game Rate. No, this is not what I'm thinking of. It was 25th Century. Let me just indulge me for a second here. I see this? I can't even remember now. Oh well, who knows? I don't think it was this one though. But yeah, they also did oh no wait. Eric did oh, my brain is shutting down. It was with Hasbro. Life in Reterra. He had a co-designer, but I don't think it was Phil Walker Harding. But I've heard from a few people that, you know how you want to get 1 million games out on the market? Co-design. Then you have people helping you and get what? Yeah, Ken Gruel. Who's this Ken Gruel? Oh, Happy Salmon. Okay. Okay. Cool range of games that they've made. Anyway, so TK says one thing I realized after looking at the puzzles in the Discord. Oh yeah, I posted some puzzles in the Discord. I wonder if I can bring that up for you all and see if you can figure some of these out. Here, let me see if I can get these on the screen and see if any of you are smart enough to figure these out. So I got an escape room advent calendar for my best friend. We always get each other advent calendars every Christmas. And she got me an escape room book, which is such a cool idea. And so every day you have basically like a different puzzle to figure out. But I will preface it by saying, and I wish they had mentioned this in the book, that unlike most escape rooms, you will need the internet. You will need to Google things. You will need to look things up. A lot of things are not achievable, figure outable unless you Google them, which is very counterintuitive because in most traditional escape rooms, that is a big no-no. That is a big no-no. Phones are put away and do not come out. But yes, I have the first puzzle here. I'm going to show it to you all and see if any of you, I'm going to see if I can make this picture bigger. Okay, cool. I have it here. So before I get to that, let me finish TK's comment. So one thing I realized after looking at the puzzles in the Discord, I feel like every puzzle in an escape room should be solvable with only the items in the room. Yes, that's exactly what I was just saying. I don't love how this book, you're required to look things up to get the information to then solve the thing in the puzzle. So yes, I agree. Everything that you need to solve the puzzle should be in the room. I agree 100%. Okay, so let me show you the first puzzle. So, let me get rid of the countdown. Okay. What do you think the answer is for this one? So I've been doing this escape room book with my parents, and we could not figure it out. We had to get a bunch of hints. So let me know so obviously you need to figure out what the time is on this clock. You sound like you've been smoking since 8 years old. Yeah. And the hilarious thing is I have literally never smoked in my life. And I will never in my life, but this is how I sound, which is super cool. Yeah, but Joe in my Discord figured this out fairly quickly. I was very impressed. I could not figure it out, and even when I got the answer, I was like, really? Okay. Let me know if you need a hint. But does anyone have a guess for the answer? And keep in mind, this was the very first puzzle of the book. This was the very first puzzle of the book. And like one of the biggest things in game design, especially like video game design and things like that, is you want to ease people into things. You want the first level to be people figuring out how things work. Was not a great starter puzzle, I will tell you that. Hard to know without context. I know, they don't really... This was it. They didn't give us any more context than this. Let me know if you want a hint. It seems like you might. I will say... Yeah, I thought the time period was different too. That is not it. These are both in the same time period. I thought that too. I was like, hey, one is in the past, one's in the future. I thought like the one on the left was like, you know, the what the building looked like in the medieval times, and the one on the right is what it looks like in modern times and what changed, and I don't know. But no, these are in the same time period. Look closely. Oh, we can zoom in here. Okay. What does this style somewhat look like? I mean, I guess I would focus on that maybe. Where might you see this architecture? Both clocks on the left read 3 o'clock. Yes, that's right. Both clocks on the left are 3 o'clock. That the fact that there are 2 clocks here doesn't matter. Man, and I love how smart you feel when you know the answer. I'm so smug right now. I know the answer. Oh my gosh, so fun. That's what it must feel like to be a game master and you're watching people do an escape room and you're just like, hello? Yeah. TK was counting the faces of each tier of the building. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was doing that too. I saw kind of like this dot here. And then I'm like, are there dots? Hello? Are there dots? Oh, there's like 4 dots here. What are these lines pointing to? None of that matters. Okay, I think I might move this along because there's a harder one coming up. So basically, this is somewhere, and it's 3 o'clock. Where does this what location do you think this building is? Does it look familiar? This building? Yeah. So this looks like it's in London. Stacy's right. So this is Big Ben, I guess. So if this is London, where does this kind of look like? Oh, they honestly could have picked a much better building than this. Yeah. The only sort of kind of looking thing is sort of that, I guess, and sort of this. Like, what is that? Where do you think this is? You're close. I feel like one of you is figuring it out. Okay, so I'm gonna count from 10. 10, 9. Yes, not Nordic. I could see how that could look Nordic. I guess maybe these trees are helpful. Like, obviously, it's like cold. Well, like Nordic would work for that, I guess, as well. Salisbury, no. Okay, 5, 4, 3. No, not Canada. 2, 1. It's Moscow. This is supposed to be Moscow. Is this a famous building in Moscow? Let me see. Moscow, famous building. Yeah, like this. Let me show you. that is a Russian building, right? That's what that picture should have looked like. Not whatever this, let me show you. That is apparently supposed to be obviously Moscow. So if it's 3:00 in Moscow, what time is it in London? I think it was like 12 o'clock. So the answer was 12. So that was a little bit, of a tough one to start with. Yeah, I feel like that could have definitely looked a bit more Russian if they want some feedback. Kremlin clock. Okay, let me look this up. Kremlin clock. Oh, it's like a famous clock. Okay, sure. Let's see. Here, let's look this up. Kremlin clock. Okay, so apparently we're supposed to know what the Kremlin clock looks like. Zoom out a bit, please. Okay, I don't know. I feel like this could have been a bit more close to what this looks like. But anyway, that was the first one. So, hey Mike, how you doing? Yeah, so that was the first one. Let me queue up the next one for you. This one is like insane. Like, if anyone can figure this next one out, you win life. Okay, let me get this here. No one on my Discord figured this out. Me and my parents absolutely did not figure it out. It's, yeah. And it was like the third puzzle, I think. Definitely get your Googles out. You'll need to get your Google on. Okay, let me show you here. That is your puzzle. That is your puzzle, friends. In this Amazon Advent Calendar book. That's, I don't know, it feels like it is directed to families and kids, and it's like, nope. This is advanced stuff that you need to know to figure it out. So, hey, Delivery, how you doing? Yeah, so all I will tell you about this one is you do not need to do any math. It is helpful if you know math things. If you know certain math things. Yeah, Stacy said pi. So, yes, this number is pi. That is all that I knew. I'm like, okay, that's pi. And then what? So if that's pi, I was like, okay, if that's pi around a circle, and this number is across half of a square, but it's inside of a circle, so it's half of a circle. So I divided this in two, but that does not equal 1.4, whatever. And I was like, and this is kind of like acceleration. Maybe like that's what I was. Right. So Mike got that this is the Pythagorean theory, which I guess is the square root of 2. Which, so apparently it's been a while since I've done math, but these are constants. So let me math constants. Pi. So pi is one of them. Yeah, and Pythagoras' constant, square root of 2. That is what this one is. So excellent job, team. You are already miles ahead of where I was. Oh, pie chart. Yeah, that would have been clever for 04, but no. And yeah, the third one is not logarithm. The third one is another constant. So you might want to get your Google going. Exactly, TK. T is just talking about the last puzzle that even when you do figure it out, you still have to look up the time zones. Exactly. So it really needed to be explicit that you're allowed to look things up for this book to figure the puzzles out. Like, that should have been very clear that it's okay and encouraged to look things up on your phone. Yeah, exactly. TK, so like, if it had been an actual escape room and there was a book, Clock Towers of the World, on the coffee table, this would have been acceptable. 100%. Exactly. But no, you just had to just Google it. Yeah, Mike, Euler's number. A. Okay, so you have the 3 things that you need to solve this puzzle. You still need to Google stuff. So we have pi is the first one, and you see there's a 13 next to it. Pythagoras' constant, the square root of 2, has a 7. And Euler's number, which I had never heard of in my life, that's the number that you need to find. You all are crushing it, though. You're crushing this one. So what do you think the 13 is referring to? What do you think the 7 is referring to? And what do you think this is looking for? So what is Euler's number is also known as the exponential growth constant. Appears in many areas of mathematics. So the guess is 72. No. Yeah, Stacey's like, it's still odd there's no context. Like, what's the mystery? What are you trying to solve? Yeah, I know. Okay, well, at the start of the book, there is like a letter from Grandpa, typical thing. Oh, you found this thing that I left you in case the world collapses or whatever. I left these riddles for you to figure out to save the world. That's the theme of the game. But it really isn't. There's just individual puzzles on every single page that have absolutely nothing to do with each other. There's no context. There's no reason of why you're trying to figure these things out. The answer doesn't add up to anything else later on in the game. So yeah, it's just, yeah, exactly. Thanks, Grandpa. Why couldn't you have just written out what I need to do? No, here are 24 riddles for you to figure out how to save the world. Hey, Ed, how you doing? No, it's not 0. So, Ed, yeah, good luck getting into this late. So this is from my escape room advent calendar that I've been doing. And this is just showing how ridiculously difficult this advent calendar is. And so, yeah, the reason this is on a piece of paper written out, so I wrote it out because my brother has a PhD in math. And so when he comes for Christmas, I want to show him this and see if he can figure it out. But we had written in pen in the book. So I wrote this out again on a piece of paper so that other people can try and figure it out. So I'm sure he'll recognize pi right away. I'm sure he'll recognize all 3 of these constants right away. But whether or not he can figure out what the 13 and 7 mean, who knows? But we have done quite a few escape rooms. I feel like he'll figure it out. But okay, do y'all need a hint? No, it's not infinity. Okay, so something is wrong about these numbers. Something is wrong. Something is incorrect about these numbers is the hint. And you will need to Google. You need to do your Googles to figure it out. Unless you have these numbers memorized. Man, that reminds me, there was this TV show, like this game show back in the day, where they just had random families take on these random challenges, and they would have like 2 or 3 months to try and perfect that thing. It would be like try and bounce a ball 100 times without dropping it between, like passing it to each other, or try and play this piano song without messing up a note, and it's like a super long song and everyone pushes one note at a time, stuff like that. And I remember this one family had to memorize pi, and like, or I don't know if it was the whole thing, because I don't know if pi is infinite, but they had to memorize like 1,000 numbers, and they each had to say one number at a time and take turns. And it was like the 8-year-old daughter's turn, and she said 5, and it was not 5, and it was like, you lose, nothing, get off the stage. Oh man, I remember that so clearly, just feeling so bad for this family, and just what an insane task to ask them to do, and just the pressure putting on this kid. Like, does anyone know what TV show I'm talking about? Do you remember that? Anyway, that might be a hint as well. Oh, so no, the answer is not infinite. Pi, yes, pi is wrong. What is wrong? Yes. Well, the 14th number is incorrect. That is true. But, okay, I'm just going to speed this along because I have to get going soon. I don't want it to take forever. But, yes, exactly. So it's the 13th number after the decimal. So they're not explicit about that. You're just supposed to know that the 13 means after the decimal. So, yes. Nice, Derek and Mike. Got it. So, right. So, the 13th number, apparently, if you look up pi, the 13th number, whatever it is, like 8 or whatever, is actually 1. The 7th number in here apparently is wrong. And apparently the 11th number here is wrong, so the answer is 11. Good job, though. Good job figuring that out. But yeah, that was in my family-friendly escape room advent calendar book. Right. Yeah, the 11th decimal number is, yeah, it's wrong. Yeah, so that was interesting. Then there was another one in there, and I figured it out pretty quickly, and I was like, that one was cool. It was intuitive. It made sense. That should have been the first one. Then I feel like there should have been more like that. You didn't need to look anything up. All the information you needed was on the page. But yeah, it's very interesting. Zach needs one more for redemption. I didn't post any other ones. Let me see if I can figure this out. Yeah, that's true. You did need some hints. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we also, well, I mean, we needed all the hints. we needed all the hints. Yeah. You don't have pi memorized? Come on. Wikipedia game. What's that? Wikipedia game. The wiki game. Race from one page to another. Ooh, let's try this. This sounds cool. Maybe we can redeem ourselves together. Instead of me being the game master overlord laughing at you. Whoops, no, hello. Wikipedia game. Wiki game. Okay, let's do this together. Wiki game daily, start game. Oh, I see. Today's wiki race. Bernoulli's principle, Winnie the Pooh. What does that mean? How to play. So the racing from one Wikipedia page to another using as few steps/links as possible. You start on a Wikipedia page about a topic. This page contains a description of the topic as well as links. You need to click on these blue links to get to the end as fast as possible. Okay, so we're trying to get to Winnie the Pooh. Okay. Well, Winnie the Pooh was written by a Canadian, so... Oh, there's Euler, and we know Euler now with Euler's constant. Look at us learning. Can I just search for Canada? Canadian? No. Who wrote Winnie the Pooh? Oh, I just had it. I know it. Yeah, A.A. Milne, thank you. Nope, that would be too easy probably. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, I guess they're telling us to, are they telling us to go down? This page contains description as, oh no, okay, so we just need to look at all the links and click on what we think could possibly get us to Winnie the Pooh. Let me know if you see anything that you think I should click on. Oh, search is disabled. Oh. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Speed, elevation, pressure, density. I don't think the author of Winnie the Pooh was like a scientist as well. Are you seeing anything? Temperature? What about temperature? And then maybe that'll have something about Canada. And then that'll have something about Canadian authors. That's the only thing I can think of. Well, maybe something about, I'm trying to think about different ways we can get to Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, honey, bear, go back up. Go back up to where? Honey is viscous. Did we see viscous somewhere? I know, Derek, I'm trying. You have to scroll through the article and try to find a good link that might eventually get to, I know, but I'm trying to figure out how we could get there, what path we could get to Winnie the Pooh. Fluid dynamics of viscous material. Okay, that is, okay, the viscosity. Let's try that. And then try to see if we can get honey. Honey, honey, honey. I don't know if there would be honey here, really. In solid. Measurement. Units. Molecular origin of pure gases. Oh, man. This is a cool game, though. Temperature dependence of viscosity on liquids. I don't know if this is the best. I don't know if this is the best path to victory here. Newton, then get to geography. How do you get it, How did you get it, Zach? Honey is... Oh, it is really! Wow, honey is here somewhere. Wow. Honey, 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 honey. Solution. Zach is saying that honey is here somewhere. Let me just try it just one more time. Yeah, the search did work. Honey. 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 Okay, I'm not seeing. This is not clickable. Oh, it isn't. Ah! Oh my god. Who thought of the honey? Mike. Oh my god. Good job, Mike. Winnie. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That was awesome. Oh, that's a fun game. I don't know if I would have thought of that. I was going down a totally different path. But yeah, we did it in 3 clicks. Boom. No, 2 clicks. Viscosity honey. Oh no, 3 clicks. Winnie the Pooh. Do they show like the minimum number of clicks? That would be cool. See yesterday's fastest route. Okay. Well, I bet that was the fastest route, everyone. Good job. That was awesome. Yay. I'm glad I could participate in that one. Hey Jonathan, how you doing? Yay. Oh, thanks Tactically Bland. Sorry, I'm just saying that now. And TK, sorry. I was hyper focused. Cool. Well, yeah, unfortunately, Jonathan and everyone else tuning in just now, I have to run. This is a very short stream tonight. I am going to see my friend tonight, so I am going to be heading out early. But I'm so glad I was able to be able to speak enough to hang out with you tonight for a little bit and play some games. That was super fun. Thanks everyone for hanging out. TK, Tactically Bland, Poppy, Derek, Mike, Jonathan, Stacy, Ed, Zach. Yeah, thanks everyone for Eric 404. Yeah. Thank you everyone so much for hanging out. That was super fun, even if it was short. Yeah, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, fantastic holidays. I'm going to try to stream next Friday, I think. We'll see how it's going, but I'll try for sure. But yeah, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Thanks so much everyone for hanging out. Bye-bye.